The spotlight has never left Donald Trump, from his rise in the business world to his time as the 45th President of the United States. But recent public appearances and online footage have sparked new, intense debates about his well-being. Many Americans are questioning whether Trump's reported signs of confusion, visible physical changes, and unexplained behaviors and speeches are more than mere quirks of age or personality. Is there an underlying health crisis? This critical analysis will examine mounting evidence from recent public appearances, medical opinions, and expert analyses, pulling together a timeline that might indicate an unsettling decline in Trump's health. Trump, who famously boasted about his fitness and strength during his time in office, now faces growing speculation about his cognitive and physical state. The focus here is not about partisan politics, but a concern that transcends party lines: the health and capabilities of a public figure with considerable influence and an intent to return to the highest office in the land. Let's dive into this series of recent events and behaviors that have raised red flags, dissecting the clips and statements that are capturing the nation's attention. Could these signs indicate a severe health crisis? Or is there another side to the story? This investigation will sift through the evidence and provide a full breakdown, offering insights that go beyond the surface and into the heart of what America and the world should consider regarding Trump's future. 1. The slips and stumbles, a timeline of concerning behavior. One of the most widely shared clips that sparked recent concern shows Donald Trump struggling to open a door at a public event in Green Bay, Wisconsin. As the footage unfolds, Trump appears to struggle with coordination, a challenge typically seen in individuals who may be suffering from neurological impairments or post-stroke mobility issues. Observers notice Trump's repeated attempts to open the door, dragging his leg, and exhibiting signs of physical strain that could suggest an underlying health problem. For many viewers, the sight was reminiscent of common stroke symptoms. This wasn't an isolated incident. Just last month in Las Vegas, Trump was observed slurring his words and appearing to lose his place while delivering a scripted speech, which left even his supporters unsettled. These seemingly small glitches in Trump's public addresses have grown more frequent over time, amplifying concerns that these are more than isolated occurrences. The footage aligns with a timeline dating back to November 2019, when Trump made an unannounced visit to Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. The official statement from the Trump administration was that he was undergoing a routine physical, but health experts and even some insiders felt the visit hinted at something more serious. Many speculated it was triggered by a sudden health episode, and former Obama physician Dr. David Shiner voiced his concerns that Trump's frequent speech inconsistencies could point to neurological issues that require further investigation. 2. Medical records seized. A history of concealment? The mystery surrounding Trump's health history grew darker after the strange circumstances involving his former physician, Dr. Harold Bornstein. In 2018, Bornstein disclosed that Trump's personal bodyguard had allegedly raided his office, seizing Trump's medical records. While Trump's team dismissed the claim, Bornstein stood by his account, which included specific details about a frantic effort to remove all personal health records from his practice. It was Bornstein who had famously declared Trump the healthiest individual ever elected to the presidency, a statement he later claimed he was pressured to write. The veracity of that health assessment is questionable, as Dr. Bornstein publicly admitted that Trump himself authored much of the letter, which Bornstein merely signed. This revelation casts doubt on the limited health information Trump made public, underscoring his administration's deep concern over the public's access to his medical records. Such actions hint at an intent to withhold critical health information from the public eye. 3. The mini-strokes and rumors of cognitive decline. In early 2020, whispers began circulating on social media that Trump may have suffered mini-strokes, a term used to describe transient ischemic attacks, TIAs. TIAs produce stroke-like symptoms and may be precursors to more serious neurological events. Trump denied the rumors vehemently, yet the speculation persisted, fueled by his occasional inability to recall certain words, his repeated mispronunciations, and his unusual glitch moments on stage. Dr. Shiner has voiced his worries about the possibility of Trump experiencing cognitive impairment, emphasizing that some of Trump's language struggles and mispronunciations could be signs of an undiagnosed neurological disorder. When Trump's words begin to sound jumbled or he trails off mid-sentence, these could point toward aphasia, a disorder often related to stroke or dementia. Health experts argue that while such symptoms aren't definitive proof, they're enough to warrant a neurological evaluation, especially in a former and potentially future president. 4. The behavioral shift, strange comments and actions. Beyond physical symptoms, there's been a notable change in Trump's behavior during speeches and public appearances. Recently, in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Trump wore what he described as a garbage man outfit, a statement he paired with remarks about the word garbage being sexy. For many watching, the remark seemed out of place and unrelated to the rest of his speech. This isn't the first time Trump has made puzzling comments in public forums. His erratic statements and strange detours from his planned talking points have become more pronounced, drawing comparisons to behavior observed in early dementia patients who sometimes struggle to follow conversation topics or exhibit inappropriate responses. Additionally, footage from his recent appearances showcases repeated instances where Trump stumbles over teleprompter words, struggles with common vocabulary, and even appears to confuse individuals around him. A series of clips reveal him fumbling while trying to read off the teleprompter, calling out names in the crowd that weren't there, and creating unusual phrases. These slips, pauses, and awkward moments have led even his staunch supporters to question what might be behind these increasingly noticeable glitches. 5. Echoes from the past, comparing Trump to other presidents with health issues. Historical comparisons arise naturally in these circumstances, with some drawing parallels between Trump's health and that of former President Woodrow Wilson, who suffered a debilitating stroke while in office. The White House kept Wilson's incapacitation a secret for much of his presidency, as his wife Edith and aides essentially took over. More recently, Ronald Reagan's battles with early Alzheimer's signs also underscore the importance of transparency when it comes to a president's health. For Trump, however, there is no clear disclosure or transparency. Despite numerous requests for cognitive assessments and mental fitness evaluations, his health records remain locked away. His refusal to release updated medical records has only fueled further speculation. In a world where public figures are under constant scrutiny, the health of a former U.S. president is more than just a matter of speculation. It's an issue of public trust. Whether Donald Trump is experiencing the effects of aging, an undiagnosed neurological condition, or a series of isolated events is still unknown, but the public has a right to understand any health issues that may impact the decisions and stability of its leaders. For many Americans, the question remains, is Trump hiding a health crisis, or are these incidents simply misunderstood? As the speculation grows and new footage emerges, it's becoming clear that transparency, especially for someone aiming to return to power, is essential. His supporters and critics alike deserve to know the full story. In the end, the true concern is not just Trump's health, but the precedent this secrecy sets for future leaders. Will we, as a nation, demand accountability and transparency from our elected officials regarding their fitness to serve? Or will we allow veiled secrecy to become the norm?